Hello, Stampin' Buddies. Late night Lori, except that it's the wee hours of the morning, so wee hour Lori instead of late night Lori today, I guess. I'm Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Craftin'. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am finally getting online here to do just a quickie card. I have a lot of stuff out here, but hopefully this will be a pretty simple one. I actually just got to play with this yesterday at a team meeting we had. I had received it with my last order, but hadn't had a chance to use it yet. At least I don't think I did. I think I just got it out of the box. So this is Pick a Season. This is a freebie that I got through Celebration. You've heard me mention it before. Celebration is the biggest sale of the year for Stampin' Up!, but I figure I've been wearing out the hearts, I think, for Valentine's Day in February. So there are hearts in here, which is what we did with the card from yesterday, I think. I'm pretty sure we did. But I'm going to make this into an Easter card with the little Easter eggs on there, if you can see those. And the tree, it's really pretty cute. So the other item that I'm using is an online exclusive, this Everyday Skies paper. And there are just a bunch of like abstract painted designs. You can see all of those. Very pretty. It's got a big variety of colors. I haven't used this before because I just opened the package, but then all the back sides are basically more subtle designs. This one almost looks like it could be stars. Paintbrush strokes. Those look like little swallows or some kind of bird. This is the one I'm actually going to use for tonight's card, this morning's card rather. More little birds in a blue tone, more stars, more paintbrush strokes. So this is just a series of different colors to give you a variety of those different imagery pieces. So 6 by 6, there's 48 sheets that come in this. So let's see how I want to put this back in the package. Right, something like that. All right, we'll set that aside for now. And, you know, I've used this quite a bit too, but this has a cute little Happy Easter saying on it. So that's what I'm going to use. And, you know, this is a tree and this is a tree, but this is more of a whimsical kind of tree where this seems more of a realistic type tree. So I'm only using the sentiment out of there. I'm not using any of the dies. I thought we would go a little easy today. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored at 4 1/4. So we'll go ahead and score that and set that aside. And then this piece, we're going to stamp directly on. Okay, those aren't any words or anything. It's just stripes in there. And I'm going to stamp right on the paper. I wasn't sure if it would work, so I did just a little sample check with my scrap. It was probably on here. Oh, it was a different sheet of paper. But I cut down my 6 by 6. No, it is the same piece of paper. I don't know what I'm thinking. I've been up too many hours, I think. So anyway, I did a little sample just to make sure that the colors would go through. So I think the first thing we're going to do is stamp our little tree a little off center. So we'll be done with the pecan pie. We are going to stamp our tree in garden green. And normally I would say take your ink and go down on it because if you tap, 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 it works out a little bit better than if you go squish, 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 because I had more around the edges and not any in the middle. So let's see. No, I think, we're gonna go this way because I think that looks best. And I'm not pushing super hard. I've got my piercing mat underneath to give me just a nice cushion. And I just kind of leave it on there long enough so the paper can soak up the ink. And yay, that worked out pretty good. So I'm done with the garden green. And then we're going to put a few little clouds on here. Wasn't sure if I would like the clouds because I thought they looked kind of weird. Just with such a flat thing on the bottom, but again, this is like a more whimsical look. So that was with Balmy Blue. And then I'm just going to put one set with Misty Moonlight. And since this is a lighter blue, I'm not even going to wash that off before I use the other color. So I think we'll put it right there. Whoops, that didn't go through. Let's try this again. So I get for lifting it up too quick. There we go. All right. So we're done with the Misty Moonlight. And then we're going to take some Melon Mambo and put some eggs in the tree where normally some fruit would go. And I don't know that these fit a specific way. They might. But I'm just kind of popping them on there how I think it fits. I don't think it really matters. And then I'm going to line up a bunch of eggs at the base of my tree. Because who wouldn't like the eggs to be that easy to find? But actually, if it's an egg tree, that's where they'd fall. But yeah, I think we'll leave it like that. Maybe some over here. Alrighty. So I'm not quite done with the Melon Mambo because I'm going to do the Happy Easter in that color, but we do need some grass. So like the clouds here were straight, the grass was straight too, but I actually liked it rounded a little bit, and that's kind of the beauty of photopolymer stamps, is that they are a little flexible. So we're going to put some grass just kind of randomly around our eggs. Yeah. That might look silly, but it's going to be going to a kid, so silly is good, right? I don't know. It's just kind of for the idea, I guess. That's all right. So we can actually put that on the card base. So this is Pretty in Pink. It's one of the current in colors. We'll just glue that on. And because this is a card that I'm going to be giving to a child, I'm not too worried about having lots of glitz and glamour because the kids are just looking for treats or money, right? Although with my granddaughter, she does look at the cards and then she's like, oh, can we make that card? Yes, we can. So I do need to get a scrap of white for the sentiment. I think I should put my scraps closer to my workspace, because I know I'm usually going to forget something. So there's Happy Easter. We can close that so I don't get inky. I can get this out of the way. And I am just going to trim this down. Oh, that didn't end up straight. That looks kind of crooked. Yeah, that'll be all right. I think what we'll do is we'll just snip these apart. And we'll put those up on dimensionals. I have just a couple of dimensionals left from this sheet that's almost empty. But like I said, I think in my last video, the edges work just as good as the little hexagons do. So you may as well use them all, right? Oh, that one's a little too big. So here, let's do this. I'll put this one here, maybe. Boy, the dimensionals are more of a struggle than anything else. All right. We're getting it. We're getting it. That's what happens when you get cracks in your fingers from winter. All right. Let's try to take these apart. Happy Easter. And then I really should figure out some kind, whoops, don't want to have it upside down. Happy Easter. Let's see. I probably have some little butterflies maybe that'll work. I didn't plan that ahead either. Sure do. Brushed brass butterflies. Let's see if those are still available. I have my iPad right here. They are. The brushed butterflies are still available. Now these are flat, and since my fingernails are not long, I am going to use my tweezers. These are just adorable, and they won't add bulk to your card because they seriously are super thin, super flat. Can you see that? They're just super thin. All right. It will make the little girl that I'm going to give it to very happy, I think, especially if I put some money inside. So I will put a white insert in here, probably just some Easter eggs in there, and probably a little bit of money for her. So that's all I got. Quick and easy. It might have worked better if I had it on, I don't know, maybe a white layer behind the designer series paper to make it pop out a little bit more. I'll try another one. We'll see. I'll post them. You can figure out which one you like best. So for now, that's all I have. So until next time, happy stamping.